Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about injured Denver firefighter got $1,500 in gift cards from friends, and then DoorDash locked their account. So recently I got emails from some of my subscribers, BC and Jennifer Montgomery. Thank you so much for emailing me about this and making this video possible. DoorDash in Colorado have already had various issues between legal things happening and lawsuits, and now an injured Colorado firefighter is just trying to use the platform and they lock him out of it. Like, that's crazy. Imagine losing $1,500 because of that. So with that said, we are talking about everything that's being said in these emails and in this article, how it actually is for DoorDash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers, customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. DoorDash apologizes for stealing injured firefighters' gift card money. Unfortunately, the story indicates that this is not an isolated incident. Key takeaway: avoid using DoorDash gift cards or your account could be deactivated for fraud. I feel like DoorDash looks for any and every reason to deactivate somebody for fraud, especially when it means they're gonna lose money in the process. That is the Refer a Friend program, that's gift cards, anything and everything. No wonder why people just hate using the platform. The mentality that DoorDash takes towards these programs is wild to me.
Hey, if you refer a friend, you can earn $900. Wait, you actually used it and referred a friend? Cancel! Hey, if you buy these gift cards, then your friends and family can enjoy the platform as much as you do. Oh, you're actually buying gift cards and using them? $1,500? Cancel!
It's crazy to me. Like, why offer something if you don't want people to actually capitalize on it, really? Here's a great DoorDash story for you. DoorDash let the wife of an injured firefighter upload $1,500 worth of gift cards they received from friends and then deactivated their account. The wife called support. A supervisor told her DoorDash was at fault, but DoorDash wouldn't reactivate the account. She got 9 News, Denver NBC channel involved. DoorDash then reactivated the account and put extra credits onto the account to save face. So they acknowledged that they screwed up immediately, but wouldn't reactivate their account and give them the money until it became a loud issue. Like, this is why I'm such a big believer in developing like an influence with a very loud voice. One little voice doesn't mean a whole lot. And then you get a big voice with a big media presence and suddenly they learn how to do their goddamn job. Like, really, what the hell is that? Anyway, those are the emails. Let's go into the article itself. I'm pissed going into this. You know it's gonna be great. A Denver firefighter and his wife were suddenly locked out of their DoorDash account after friends donated $1,500 in gift cards to support the family during the firefighter's recovery from a surgery. Wilson Costa, a Denver firefighter who was recovering from a shoulder injury sustained while fighting a warehouse fire at the end of January, and his wife Whitney found themselves stuck when their DoorDash account was deactivated shortly after friends collected gift cards through an online meal train. We are very blessed with such awesome friends and family who are taking care of us, Wilson said. This might be a weird take from me, but hear me out. DoorDash probably would have gotten away with it, and this wouldn't be as loud of an issue if it wasn't a firefighter. Like, a lot of people would say, oh, if it's a cop, then it's probably gonna have just the same voice. Well, there's a lot of discourse against cops because of the whole Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter thing. I remember seeing a shirt at some point saying Red Lives Matter, and it's supposed to be representation for firefighters or something. And maybe I don't know the full story behind that, but who doesn't like firefighters? They've done nothing wrong. There's no like opposing party saying that firefighters are bad. What, do you support burning buildings or something? That said, it's because a firefighter and they ended up having such noise with a DoorDash issue no shit somebody was willing to step up for them. Firefighters are objectively one of the most loved professions out there, whereas DoorDash is objectively one of the most hated companies out there. The trouble began when Whitney attempted to add the donated gift cards to her DoorDash account. I would click the link, it would take me to my web browser, I would go, and it would say redeem on DoorDash. I added all the gift cards to my DoorDash account as I have in the past. She said she planned to start using them when they got back from the hospital. When we got home, I got him all set up, got his ice going, got his meds in him, and then I went to order dinner, and I couldn't log into my app, she said. What, did you notice that $1,500 was a lot of credits and then that flagged for something? Like, what exactly was the option there? Were you expecting them not to use some of the credits? Like, what's the logic there? Like, where's the mindset? She tried resetting her password, but she was still getting an error code. Called customer service. She said customer service agent told her her account had been flagged for potential fraud with all the gift cards added. She said the agent's supervisor told her the error was on DoorDash's end, and he would escalate the situation and give her a call within 24 to 72 hours. They never called her back, but Whitney kept calling. What? The DoorDash supervisor told them they would do something in a specific time frame and they never did? One unforeseeable twist. Who could have saw that coming? No, but seriously, these people will say anything and everything to get you off of the phone. They're the most scummiest company in this regard. That's why I'm almost annoyed that they're considering going into the S&P 500, because what the actual fuck? This is only building upon the case that some people have of there's no ethical way to become a billionaire. There is, but these are the people currently in the position. Come on. An email from customer service informed Whitney that her account had been suspended for violating terms of service, despite repeated attempts to resolve this issue, including offering screenshots and explaining the meal train's context. The Costas were unable to regain access to their account. Every single day was kind of the same rigmarole, Whitney said. I would call in the morning, I would call in the evening, I would speak to somebody at a low level. Largely, they were like, the supervisors are all too busy, they can't talk to you right now, but somebody will call you back. No one has ever called us back. This is why I'm like, you need to have a very loud voice on the subject, because this is a small, like, couple. If this isn't a loud enough issue, they are an outright scam company. No wonder why so many people feel a need to scam the platform, because they pull this shit too. Finally, on Saturday, after 5 days of morning and evening calls, the couple gave up. I felt very defeated and super deflated, Whitney said. I took myself upstairs, had a good cry, and then got enraged, and my sense of injustice kind of went to the next level. The couple's friends told them to take the story to the news. Then their friends started reaching out on their behalf. First off, if you're a police officer or a firefighter and you're considering doing this, I would 100% do this. The news loved firefighters and police officers. A police officer can wrongfully arrest a DoorDash driver for no reason, deliver the food to a house, and then suddenly they end up on the news treated like heroes for doing bare minimum work and wrongfully arresting somebody. I'm not saying that to be a jerk. I'm saying the news loves a small-time hero getting praise. It's just reality. Steve on your side contacted DoorDash on Monday afternoon. Within 2 hours of the media inquiry, DoorDash reactivated the account, returned the full $1,500 in gift card funds, and provided an additional credit. DoorDash issued a statement acknowledging the error, saying, "We deeply appreciate the bravery and sacrifice of firefighters and first responders who risk their lives to protect our communities. We sincerely apologize for this mistake and have reached out to make it right." Okay, that is a bunch of nonsense. Let me fix that real quick.
We deeply appreciate stealing other people's money, but we're not gonna mess with the firefighters and the police officers on this, especially Oh, we're gonna get canceled for this, aren't we?
Yeah, that's about right. Seriously though, don't screw with firefighters and police officers. I'm not the biggest fan of police officers, but holy crap, would I never want to screw with one, you know? The company also donated an additional $500 to the meal train. Wilson and Whitney plan to use the unexpected funds to support others in need. We are going to try to use this honestly to bless others, like the people who are in really hard spots who are way worse off than us, Wilson said. Listen, you could say you're just getting your tacos on Tuesday and you can have your food. Like, I'm not even kidding. They screwed you over for weeks on this subject. You needed to news to just go,
yo, what the fuck, guys?
I'm sorry. We really thought you were just some nameless nobody nothing we were trying to scam.
What was that?
I mean, here's an extra $500. I'm sorry.
because that's what it goddamn takes. Whitney said she hopes the story might help others in a similar situation. She said that in her frustration, she searched the internet and found others complaining on online forums about similar fraud claims. What about people that don't have that army, she asked. Our voice is being heard because people loved on us so well and fought for us. Steve on your side asked DoorDash what others who are in a similar situation should do, and the company hasn't yet responded to that inquiry. You think DoorDash is gonna give you a valid answer on how to fight fraud in that regard? This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I think their position of being firefighters definitely helped the news pay attention, and that's a big buzzword for them. I also think that people hating DoorDash is another thing that people have called them out on. But the reality is that you can't expect the wrong people to do the right thing without proper incentive. If they pull this crap and you have the means to contact a local news network, absolutely do that. I can do what I can. I could make a video on this subject, but I'm not fighting DoorDash like that. I'm not the one who has the connections in that regard. I wish I had the proper voice for this, but the reality is I don't. I'm working on it though. So for any other people who are experiencing something similar to this, please by all means, make sure that you're working with professionals that can help you with this. Because quite frankly, you can't expect the wrong people to do the right thing. That goes for DoorDash, that goes for any business or any person in your life. Thank God this family had a good series of people that can help them, or a good community and people that were willing to fight for them. But you can't say that about everybody. That's just reality. If you guys would also like to email me about something happening within DoorDash, UberEats, Grubhub, or really any gig company, my email is drivenwyld@gmail.com. Feel free to email me there, and who knows, maybe you'll get shouted out in a video as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh.